Welcome back to another episode of Wired to Be Rich. I'm so excited to have you here again. This is the podcast where we talk about shifting your mindset, expanding your wealth, and designing a life that screams success. If you're new here, let me introduce myself the right way. I'm Manda, an entrepreneur, strategist, and founder of Balance and Destiny, where I help people transform their careers, their confidence, and their financial paths. Because let's be real, there's no reason to stay stuck when the right positioning can put you exactly where you need to be. I've built multiple streams of income, built a business, and built a mindset that refuses to settle. I know firsthand what it takes to shift from getting by to stepping into abundance, alignment, and affluence. And I'm here to make sure you do the same. So if you're ready to upgrade the way you think, the way you move, and the way you attract success, keep listening, because today we're talking about stepping into the rich girl itinerary and making your life look, feel, and move like wealth. I want to first by talking about, let's do a weekend recap real quick, y'all, because Saturday night, the whole weekend was a vibe, but Saturday night was a real vibe. We built on ideas, expanded my vision, and refined the strategy for my next big move. Jay helped me draft a killer presentation for my next big meeting on Tuesday, one that's going to open doors and also help push my brand to the next level. And let me tell you, this wasn't just business. It was bigger than that. It was one of those moments where you can just feel yourself stepping into your next level, where you see the version of yourself you've been manifesting unfolding in real time. I am on a high right now, y'all. But here's the thing. I didn't lock myself in the room grinding until midnight. I handled business, made power moves, and then we got turned. After that deep dive session, I stepped out and turned it all the way up. We ended up making friends with two people who sat across from us, and we all bought each other shots. I even ended up meeting Princeton Fant from the Dallas Cowboys, which honestly just reaffirmed something I already knew. When you move in alignment, you naturally attract high value, high vibe connections. No desperation, just being in the right spaces, carrying the right energy, and letting things flow. I was fully in my element, embracing every second, not overthinking, not stressing, just enjoying. Because yes, I work hard, but I also live beautifully. Then Sunday came, and I switched into full rejuvenation mode. I went to a self-care festival with some friends, and it was exactly what my soul needed. There were face masks being sold, deep breath exercises, laughter, good energy. Just being in a space of restoration was everything I needed to end my weekend. And let's be real, rest is a power move. So many people ignore this part of success. Even me sometimes, but I'm starting to know better. I slept so good Sunday when I got home. I moved my body that day. I got in some great workouts. I gave my mind and body everything it needed to feel good, because taking care of yourself is what? It's wealth. Feeling good is wealth. Looking good is wealth. And all of that is part of the rich girl itinerary. The lifestyle of a woman who is fully tapped into her power, who is both committed and carefree, who plays the game to win but never lets the game play her. So let's keep this conversation going, but first we have a quick commercial break from our sponsor. Are you ready to step into the life you've always dreamed of? To live with intention, balance, and abundance every single day? If so, head over to www.balancedestiny.com. This isn't just a website. It's your gateway to powerful coaching, life-changing resources, and the tools you need to create the life of your dreams. Whether you're looking for clarity, growth, or simply the motivation to start living your destiny, Balanced Destiny is here to guide you every step of the way. Don't wait for tomorrow, because your time is now. Visit balancedestiny.com and let's elevate your life together. Now back to the episode. Listen, I don't care where you are financially right now. Maybe you're making six figures, maybe you're stacking your first real bag, or maybe you're in that phase where you're still figuring things out. But here's what I need you to wake up to. Money is the last thing to show up. Wealth starts before the dollars hit. It's not just about what you wear, what you drive, or where you go. It's about how you move, how you carry yourself, and the energy you radiate before you even say a word. You ever seen somebody walk into a room and instantly people just know they're important? Like they don't have to say anything, but the way they move, the way they look around, the way they exist in that space, it's like they belong to a different frequency. That, my friends, is what we call wealth. That's power. And the gag is, it has nothing to do with their bank accounts. Most people think this level of presence comes after they get money. That first, they have to make a certain amount, buy a certain car, or move to a certain zip code. But let me put you on real quick. Money follows identity, y'all. Meaning, you don't wait to be rich before you act like it. You don't wait to level up before you start walking, talking, and moving like someone who gets it. The world responds to the energy you put out, not the digits in your account. And I say this because I've watched it happen in real time. To me, ever since I made the conscious decision to step into a higher version of myself, I've noticed the way people interact with me completely shifted. The level of respect, the way conversations flow, the way that I walk into a room and people literally pause, it's crazy. But let's be real. Yes, I have leveled up in multiple areas of my life. But even in the beginning stages of this shift, I noticed it. It's the same as losing weight. You ever start dropping a few pounds and suddenly people start acting different? They're complimenting you more, they're being nicer to you, they're giving you more attention. But then you ask yourself, you're like, wait, are they actually treating me differently? Or am I just vibrating higher and perceiving myself or my environment differently? That's the game. The energy you put out shifts the way you receive the world around you. When you start carrying yourself differently, people don't suddenly change. You just start noticing who's always been paying attention. And let me tell you something even crazier. Once you shift, the negative thoughts get quiet. The self-doubt, the little voice in your head that tells you people are judging you, that you don't belong, that you're not there yet, it starts fading because confidence changes the way you process reality. I had a moment that made this crystal clear for me. One day I was on the phone, walking into a gas station, fully in my own world, just talking away, yapping away. And as I was walking in, there was a woman walking out. She had on like this SpongeBob pajama set, if I recall correctly, like some kind of SpongeBob pajama onesie set. Now, did I see her? Of course. But did I fully register her? Not really. I was so deep in my conversation to even process her outfit or even think twice about it. But as she walked past me, she was on the phone too, and I overheard her saying to whoever she was on the phone with, she was like, I'm walking past people who probably think I look a mess, but I'm going to go home and get myself together. And in that moment, it hit me. She assumed I was thinking something negative about her when in reality, I wasn't thinking about her at all. I barely even saw the girl. But that I learned that was her own projection, her own insecurity, making her believe that people were judging her when really everybody was in their own world. And that's what most of us do. We think people are judging us the way we judge ourselves. If we feel insecure, we assume other people are noticing our flaws. If we feel like we're out of place, we assume other people think we don't belong. But the truth is, people don't see you how you are. They see you how you see yourself. If you walk into a room feeling unworthy, second-guessing yourself, believing you're not enough, that's the energy that you're going to radiate. I cannot stress that enough. And even if nobody is actually judging you, you'll interpret every glance, every silence, every interaction as if they were. But the second you start walking into spaces with certainty, confidence, and presence, the way you experience the world shifts. You're not waiting for external validation anymore. You're already deciding that you belong, and that changes everything. So many people sit around waiting for their external reality to change before they step into their higher self. We'll say things like, once I make X amount of dollars, I'll start dressing better. Or once I hit my next goal, I'll start surrounding myself with better people. Baby, you're doing it backwards. The people who actually get there are the ones who start embodying that version of themselves first. And let me take it even a step further. because this isn't just motivational talk. This is science. This is energy. Everything in this world operates at a frequency. The phone you're holding, the air around you, even your thoughts, they're all energy. You are literally a walking broadcast signal. The vibe you emit is what you attract back. If you're still moving like someone who's unsure, who's waiting for money to validate them, you're vibrating at a lower frequency. And guess what? Money, opportunities, high value connections, they do not exist in that frequency. But the actual second, you decide to shift your energy, to move differently, to embody that version of yourself before anything external changes, the universe starts playing catch up. Suddenly, the conversations in your life shift. The invitations look different. People start treating you with more respect, not because they just decided to, but because you're finally vibrating high enough to see it happening. That's why I say money follows identity. You build the infrastructure for wealth before the wealth arrives. You don't need to be a millionaire to start moving like one. You don't need to have all the answers to start acting like someone who figures it out as they go. You just have to show up in a way that signals to the world that you are already that person. You are exactly who you think you are. This is the Rich Girl Itinerary, and the whole point is this. You don't wait for the money. You become the person who attracts it. The world isn't going to give you an upgrade. You have to step into it. And the moment you do, everything around you shifts, y'all. I keep saying that because it's so true. And it's a quick shift. It's not like some shift that happens like over years. I mean, of course it does, but you start noticing the differences very early on. One thing about wealthy people is that they do not stumble through life hoping for good things to happen. They move with intention. Every action, every interaction, every single place they position themselves in is deliberate. They understand that every room they walk into holds an opportunity, and that opportunity isn't just about money. It could be a conversation that shifts their perspective, a connection that opens doors months down the line, or even an idea that was sparked just from observing their surroundings. Here's the thing also. Nothing is random. Absolutely nothing in your life is random. The people who move like money understand that wealth is always a result of being present, aware, and prepared. So let me ask you this really quickly. How do you carry yourself in a room full of strangers? Do you shrink? Do you get nervous? Do you hesitate to take up space? Are you unsure if you even belong? Or do you step in like you're exactly where you're supposed to be? If you want to start aligning with wealth, you need to start practicing presence. That means standing tall, making eye contact, speaking with clarity, and engaging with people as if they could change your life because they just might. You never know who is listening, who is watching, or who is quietly assessing whether you are someone they need to know. Your posture, your tone, your body language, they tell the story before you even open your mouth. You don't have to be the loudest in the room, but you do need to be the most intentional. Wealthy people aren't walking around second-guessing themselves. They exude certainty. They don't fidget. They don't nervously adjust their clothes. They don't over-explain. They let their presence be felt. And that's something that you can start doing today. Next time you enter a space, consciously slow down, breathe, and walk in with an energy that says, I belong here. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, act as if you do. Because the people who move with quiet confidence are the ones who get noticed, remembered, and respected. But beyond just presence, it's also about placement. Where are you showing up? Are you positioning yourself in spaces where the energy is high level? Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge your thinking and elevate your standards? If your environment isn't expanding you, it's shrinking you. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They assume they need a personal invite to a celebrity gala or a VIP event to start immersing themselves in wealth. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't. Now we're going to talk about your rich girl itinerary tip number 2. You want to start showing up in rich spaces before the money comes. One of the easiest ways to elevate your mindset is to immerse yourself in environments that reflect where you're headed. And no, this doesn't mean maxing out your credit card on designer bags to look the part. It means strategically placing yourself in rooms that shift your internal thermostat for success. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to start doing this. First, if you have the opportunity or the luxury to work at home, take some time and go work from luxury spaces. I know plenty of people that do this and they love it. Instead of posting up at your local coffee shop, take your laptop to the lobby of a 5-star hotel. Order a coffee, sit there, and just exist in the energy of wealth. Watch how people carry themselves. Pay attention to conversations. Absorb that environment. Secondly, you want to upgrade your social spots. Instead of hitting up the same bars and restaurants, start frequenting high-end hotel bars and lounges. Order a drink, sit at the bar, and make conversation. You'd be surprised how many high-level connections are made in spaces like this. Thirdly, you want to attend networking events outside of your comfort zone. Find industry mixers, wealth building seminars, art gallery openings. If you're an entrepreneur, go to a small business expo. Go to local events around the city, places where conversations are elevated. And when you go alone. This forces you to engage, introduce yourself, and expand your circle. When I attended the Small Business Expo in October of 2024 in Las Vegas, I went by myself. I did fly my mom out there, but she did her own thing that whole day. At the expo, I was alone, and it forced me to build connections with people that I probably would have been too afraid to build or too distracted to have a conversation with had I gone with someone. Number 4 is going to be you want to get comfortable being around success. The more you immerse yourself in environments where wealth is the norm, the more it starts feeling natural. And when something feels natural, your subconscious stops resisting it. Here's what happens when you start doing this. Your mindset shifts. The negative thoughts get quiet. The insecurities lose their grip. You stop overanalyzing how people perceive you because you realize most people are too focused on themselves to be thinking about you that deeply. This is one of the biggest things that I have had to really learn. And I know this because I've lived it. Y'all, I have lived it. What if instead of assuming people are looking down on you, you walked in knowing you are being perceived as powerful, put together, and intentional? What if you assumed people were inspired by your presence instead of critiquing it? Because the truth is, your confidence tells people what to think about you. If you move like you belong, people believe you do. And if you walk with certainty, people assume you have every reason to be certain. That is how you start embodying wealth before you even touch the money. So moving forward, I want you to start paying attention. Pay attention to the way that you carry yourself, the rooms you place yourself in, the energy you bring into a space. Because when you start walking through life with the awareness that you are already that girl, the world has no choice but to respond accordingly. Another step is you want to start looking expensive without overspending. There's a misconception that looking wealthy requires spending a ridiculous amount of money, and I need to correct that immediately. True wealth is in the details, not the price tags. You don't need a closet full of designer to look like you belong in high-value spaces. You need strategy. You need to think about your why. First, fit is everything. A $50 blazer that's tailored to your body will always look more expensive than a designer one that doesn't fit right. Invest in tailoring, invest in structure, invest in fit. And if you can't do that yet, just focus on clothes that fit and make you look nice. Second, simplicity is powerful. Think of the wealthiest people you see. Are they covered in labels head to toe? Or are they wearing timeless, well-fitted, neutral tone pieces that exude quiet luxury? Minimalism looks expensive. It's always quality over quantity, y'all. But beyond clothing, the real finishing touch is your presence. Your voice, your confidence, the way you smell, the way you carry yourself, those are the true markers of affluence. If you want to start looking expensive without spending crazy money, start focusing on your grooming, your posture, and your scent. These are details people don't even consciously notice, but they register subconsciously. They create the feeling of luxury around you. And remember, confidence is the real luxury item. If you wear it like it's expensive, people will believe it is. It's very simple. The third step is going to be you want to surround yourself with wealth energy. You can't step into a rich life while being surrounded by people who think small. Period. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about who you surround yourself with, what conversations you entertain, and what energy you allow into your space. You should be doing an audit of who's in your life right now. Who's in your group chat? Who are you sharing your dreams with? Because if you're constantly around people who think success is unrealistic, who shoot down your ideas, or who live in a mindset of lack, you are absorbing that energy whether you realize it or not. Wealthy people talk about opportunities, investments, strategy, and legacy. They don't waste time complaining, gossiping, or settling. They push each other forward. So you should start seeking out relationships that elevate you. Go where high value people go. Engage in spaces that challenge you to think bigger. Because when you start surrounding yourself with success, it rubs off on you. Now, before we wrap this up, I need you to do something for me. If this episode resonated with you, I need you to leave a review, y'all. Please. Your feedback means everything to me, and it helps me reach more people who are ready to elevate their lives. I want to hear what spoke to you the most, what clicked for you, what you're taking away, and how you plan to implement it. Reviews don't just help me, they help this entire community grow and thrive together. So don't hold back. Leave a review and let me know what you think. And don't stop there. If you've got questions, thoughts, or anything you're curious about, reach out to me directly. DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I love hearing from y'all, and tell me what resonated with you the most, or what your next big step is in your rich girl itinerary journey. Let's talk about how I can help you level up even further, because I'm here for it and I'm here for you. But if you're ready to fully step into your power and take this next big leap in your personal growth, you have to check out www.balancedestiny.com. This isn't just a website, it's your next destination. It's packed with everything you need to start living your best life right now. I'm talking coaching, resources, tools, and guidance to help you tap into your highest potential. It's all about living with intention, creating that balance between luxury and discipline, and building a life that matches the level of abundance you deserve. So don't wait. Head over to Balanced Destiny and let's get to work on your next chapter. You've got dreams, you've got goals, and now you've got everything you need to turn them into reality. So go ahead, explore the site, reach out to me, and let's make magic happen. Until next time, my fellow Richies, remember, walk in wealth, move with intention, keep stepping into your highest self, because luxury is not just a price tag. It's an energy, and that energy is yours to claim. I'll see y'all next week on Wired to be Rich.